But we all found our ways into these Black Greek letter organizations. Right. My brother, fellow Noop, yes. Let me ask you, as a part of...
We got to address this statement the attorney just made about the school by the lake.
Okay. How has whether it was the process to become a member, or whether it is your membership, or whether it is those around you that were, how has that inspired you or motivated you to do more for your community by becoming a part of one of these Black Greek letter organizations, specifically Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated?
Yes. I want to say I don't know if I knew the real value until I got older. To know the network, that I can come to Atlanta and find brothers that you like, hey, you need to meet him, you need to be connected to him, that it wasn't about a satin jacket. No, really, really understanding achievement in every endeavor, and really living up to that really takes time. The focus before was GPA, graduating on time, don't drop the cane. Now is don't lower the standard, and I think it really means something of value to have brotherhood. The reality is men are genetically engineered to belong. So if you're not in a Greek-lettered organization, then I'm representing Def Jam. You know what I mean? I'm representing Death Row. I'm representing the Crips. That we want to be connected to something and finding what is our connectedness. So, he obviously just connected to whatever he could get in. He just had he just wanted to be in something. It wasn't his first choice, but that's what he was able to do. So
we had to set the trend, the model for y'all to follow, Alpha Phi Alpha.
You know how many people don't want to take the first vaccine? It's too many side effects.
So to that, I'll let you come in, Kirk. Again, you being a part of Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity, what has that done for you? Again, in your development as a man, and I will agree with you too, Jamal. I don't think I knew the value until I became a grown up and really started tapping in. Like, oh, okay, it ain't about the party, it ain't about the women, it ain't about the shimmy. It's about the impact and the achievement and creating something that's bigger than me. And then also, like you said, holding myself to a higher standard, right? Because now I got this on my back too. I can't let them down as well. So for you, Kirk, what's your thought on that?
Yeah, I mean, we Brother Jamal mentioned earlier, Maynard Jackson, who, the legacy of Atlanta lives on. A good man of Alpha, and definitely inspires and sets the trends for what happens not only in the city and the country, but then also for me as an individual too, like being an Alpha man and just knowing the individuals that have come before me and the legacy that I need to live up to and to make a difference in my community. So for me, it was seeing the excellence and knowing that, wow, these men have created, and really been game changers and trailblazers in every field, and so it was a no-brainer for me. And so now my responsibility is to continue to give back, continue to stay active, right? Serving on the board in my alumni chapter, being an advisor, letting them know that they can, achieve and succeed in whatever field that they would like to as well. And so Alpha means, more to me. And it was something that I saw in gentlemen that I said, wow, I've got to do that, right? Men who, were in suits and running the yard on campus, On your yard. Running the state, the cities everywhere, And so for me, it was seeing that and knowing that I wanted to be a part of that so I can, carry the torch as well.
It was no brainer for me what I was going to pledge. Shout out to all my noobs out there, Beta Chi chapter. In all seriousness, though, I feel it's the same thing. I'm 28 years old now. I guess I crossed in fall 11, so I guess I'm getting old, but yeah, I guess I'm getting pretty old. But you know, for me, I didn't learn or really understood the value of the organization, until after college and understanding what duty I had. But at that time when I had pledged, it changed my life. Well, Kappa Alpha Psi is a non-hazing fraternity, right? But being a part of a large organization and understanding that all those things that I learned in New York, the cockiness, the feeling like it was all self, that crab in the barrel mentality. It was the first time where I had to be a part of another organization and learn to love my brothers and to care for them, and to put the organization or the mission first, before myself. It was very difficult getting to that point as I continued to get older, but that whole entire process, becoming a member of that organization, it was transitional to everything else that I do in life. With one day raising a family, with being a good son, with being a good brother, with being a good best friend, with being a colleague, just being a member of Fox Rothschild. It's something that's bigger than me. So I think it kind of like resonates and circles back to me being a transplant here in Atlanta, Georgia, and understanding that, well, it isn't about John Rose and me being the greatest entertainment attorney or whatever my personal accomplishments are. It's about, being that role model for those young black boys and black girls in Southside Jamaica, Queens, who didn't know what a lawyer looked like, right? And wanting them to be a part of this illustrious practice where we protect other people's magic, where we serve a community, and just be selfless in that. So, I'm happy I joined it. I wanted to join it, the first in my family to join an organization, so my kids, and my nephews and whomever can, strive for something and understand that this is available and that's out there for them. So, I wouldn't change it for the world. I appreciate the entire Divine Nine. To be quite frank with you, in college I was Kappa. All my alphas, I make so much money with my Qs, with my sisters, Ks, Deltas, you name it. It's just being a part of that and sharing that energy is amazing.
I love again, the focus of it, like you said, saluting to everybody. It's just about doing something bigger than yourself at the end of the day.